Respite. Webster's dictionary describes respite as a temporary period of relief.
People criticized us for saying we're encouraging people to come because we have this respite center. That's probably not an appropriate name for it. I don't know how much respite is going on in there. It's been really crowded.
Overcrowding at the Respite Center means not everything goes as planned. As Channel 5's Christian Colon explains, it is a lesson learned to expect the unexpected. He joins us from the newsroom.
A fresh start. That is what the director for Catholic Charity says will happen next week. Sister Norma Pimentel hopes to have moved to the new facility in downtown McAllen. A place with food, water, and light medical care. It started in 2014 as only a temporary housing for locals and immigrants.
I thought it was only be a couple of days. Has turned out to be a couple of years, to 5 to be exact.
Their 5-year anniversary is in 3 days. Next week, Sister Pimentel hopes to be fully moved to the center's new location. It will be here, in front of the McAllen bus station. Those 5 years were nothing like anyone imagined. A normal day meant 200 immigrants back then. Now, it's serving over 600.
Because the numbers have continued to stay up, then this all of a sudden became small. When we just moved here, it was big, because we thought, wow, this is wonderful, such a big space. And because of the high numbers, now it has become a small space.
The influx of immigrants overwhelms Catholic Charities, as well as its neighbors. The city and center were both criticized by insiders and outsiders as being too messy, too busy, and too sanctuary. The constant picking up and dropping off of immigrants by government officials and volunteer workers has caused an increase in traffic. Neighbors also worried about immigrants who wandered around. The immigration issue became a city issue, forcing the Respite Center to be relocated.
Some people criticized us for saying we're encouraging people to come because we have this respite center. That's probably not an appropriate name for it. I don't know how much respite is going on in there. It's been really crowded.
Darling says he is proud of the humanitarian effort provided by the city of McAllen. He wishes the city would have done things differently with the Respite Center, like adding more visible policing and more parking warnings to avoid traffic in areas being blocked.
Sort of like a fresh start. We're moving things already, setting up the other location, making sure it's ready so that we can, hopefully next week, we're over there.
Pimentel says traffic will not be an issue since they will be closer to the bus stop. She says she already knows this new location will not be their last. It is still not confirmed if they will lease or purchase a property in downtown McAllen. This relocation, Pimentel says, will be temporary for about 18 months. Her goal is to have a permanent new respite center built in the near future. Live in the newsroom, Christian Colon, Channel 5 News at 6.